We're here in Anderson, South Carolina, where tonight the Sea of Red returned in full force to see the one and only baseball car. Fans showed up to reminisce on one of the greatest stories in racing history, but the story they got was one of recovery, redemption, and a renewed title fight. Thousands of fans may have just learned the name Landen Lewis, but he went out and demanded they respect it.
This is Saturday night.
On Tour from Anderson Motor Speedway starts right now. Everyone wants to be there on Sunday, but as every short tracker will tell you, there is no Sunday without Saturday night. And every week, all across the nation, late models own Saturday night. This is the ballad of the sport's backbone, its hometown, its weekly star, and its greatest racing. This is Saturday night. This is On Tour. Welcome back to On Tour. My name is Buddy Pulley. I head up the late model coverage here on ATYL Media. The Cars Tour was in Anderson, South Carolina for round 11 of the 2025 campaign. It was the Tour's first trip to the Motor Speedway in Western South Carolina since 2017. And when the series arrived, they were greeted by a packed house full of die-hard race fans known as Junior Nation. Yes, this was the much anticipated run for the baseball car! We'll talk more about Junior's night here in just a few, but before the baseball car could take the green, we had a pro late model race to run. And as is the theme of the night, redemption for Luke Baldwin. After coming up just inches short of $30,000 at Hickory, he took him behind the woodshed, scoring his second victory of the 2025 season and extending the Rick Ware Racing 51 lead in the owner's standings.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, you talked about Hickory a week ago. That was tough. It was tough losing good, hard, clean race like that. And so I'm just glad we can bounce back, man. It really made it easy on me with this race car. It was unreal. It's cool to win in front of a crowd like this. Obviously, they're here for Dale, but glad we can put on a good butt whooping. Well, I wish it was a little bit better of a race for them, but hopefully we'll get that late model stocks. And yeah, I love coming to this place. I've been here twice and won twice. So yeah, just a great racetrack for me. Really love coming here. The facilities are improving every time I'm out here, and the staff is always super kind. So,
moving on to the late model stock event where Landen Lewis silenced the doubters and scored his third victory of the 2025 season. But before we talk to our race winner, let's take a look at the rest of the results from Anderson. Taking a look at the results from the Bennett Equipment 225 at Anderson Motor Speedway, it was of course Landen Lewis scoring the victory for KHI over Landon Huffman, who mounted a late race charge but was a day late and $1 short of his first victory of 2025.
You know, the frustration you see out of me some of these weeks is because I know we have fast race cars that can do this, and we've moved forward in races, but we just get into, you know, bump ups and stuff before we're actually able to get there. And another example of that tonight, really good industrial battery and charger Inc. Josh Sellers, Newport Speedway, Jeff Solid Sales 57. Just, you know, I knew I had the car, especially once I got to about fifth. I'm like, man, I'm just not going to have enough time. But they were actually coming back faster than I thought they should have been. So, you know, get a caution there at the end, might have a shot. But I know we have a shot. But, you know, you never know what can happen in these races as you've seen before. So, I mean, Landon's in victory lane, but I know we got better race cars right now. We've been chipping away at it, and I think they're worried, so we'll keep working hard, and, you know, these guys are the best of the best. You know, Landen Lewis, Connor Hall, JRM, KHI, you know, just to be up there racing with them is an accomplishment, and I'm proud of that, but I want to beat them really bad. So we're getting better, and we'll just keep chipping away.
Jared Fryer dominated the night and, per usual, came home with a top 5 finish. I asked Fryer about his night and what is holding him back from taking his consistency full-time on the tour.
I just need a little bit more tire, I think. I reached the limit on a little too soon. I felt comfortable though. I didn't feel like I was forcing it or doing anything that I shouldn't have, and fired off on that last restart good, kind of got where I needed to be, and I knew he was going to be on my bumper the whole time. I just couldn't make no mistakes, and then that thing got loose, spun tires off the corner when he got under me, when he had his bumper tucked up under mine, which was just hard racing. And then after that, it was over. So I really enjoyed a part-time racing. A full-time race is tough too, and since I don't get to be at the shop during the week like I like, it makes it a little bit harder, especially on the guys at the shop racing week after week. You know, I mean, it's a grind, and so, you know, we're able to take a couple weeks off, you know, regroup, get our stuff right, and then go to the next race. and feel refreshed and good. It's not wore down. And since we only got one car, one motor, I think it kind of plays in our favor there to run part-time like this.
Chase Burrow with a quiet 4th place finish, and everyone, welcome back Connor Hall to the top 5. He finishes in 5th. Minnie Tyrell with a solid run in 6th, but his championship rivals were one step better. Tristan McKee finishes in the 7th position. Cade Brown a top 10 finish, but he takes a blow to his title run. Parker Eatman finishes in the 9th spot, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. recovers from an early spin to finish 10th. We'll of course talk to Jr. later. Page 2 is where we'll find the rest of our full-time competitors, including Laney Bice, who after contact with Dale Jr. would have to settle for 12th. Thomas Bean started from pole but could only muster a 16th place finish. And Connor Jones, who led early but was booted, he would have to settle for 18th. Rounding out the finishing order, you'll see many drivers involved in the same incident, including Ryan Howard, Taylor Satterfield, Riley Gentry, and Jeremy Burns, all involved in a crash down in turn 1, and Ryan Wilson finishes shotgun in the field in 28th. Since Landen Lewis popped off and won back-to-back races at Ace and North Wilkesboro, it's been a less than desired stretch for the 29. He had a mechanical gremlin take him out of Langley. He finished 10th at Dominion, but then there's been the last 2 races. Caraway and Hickory, 2 incidents where Lewis's aggressive nature came under much scrutiny. Myself and others called into question his ability in the heat of the moment to recognize the bigger picture. But Saturday night, he proved us all wrong. With 14 laps to go, Lewis bowled his way past Fryer and never looked back. And just like that, Landen Lewis took back control of the narrative, and championship-wise, he took back control of his own destiny. Lewis talks about the reset after Hickory that culminated in the win amidst the electric atmosphere of Anderson Motor Speedway.
I mean, the last 2 weeks, like you just said, it's been rough on me and rough on my guys, and we keep bringing fast cars. It just doesn't work out for us, and we putting ourselves in bad spots that we don't need to be put in, and that's just the nature of it and the nature of the sport. One week can be your week, and the next week you can't. So just riding that momentum wave as much as possible, and we had a really good talk on last Tuesday, and it seemed to work, and I'm just so proud to be able to get this win for KHI. Super thankful for Kevin Delaney to keep giving me this shot to come back and race. It's pretty special, and I wish they were here, and I wish Rodney was here as well, but they're here in spirits and in heart, and it's just super cool.
How cool is it to just win in front of so many people? I mean, this was electric.
That was probably honestly one of the best parts. Like, you get out and you don't see an empty spot on the grandstands, and that just makes us, as a driver, and as honestly all of us, it just makes it special to know that we're still noticed, and short track racing is still alive, and that's so important to us and us as short track guys. I mean, that's the Bubba Pollards of the world. I mean, that's what we all live for, because people like the older people, you're not going to go and probably not going to run cups, so it just makes us all feel pretty special, and it's super cool to see this.
Coming into Anderson, the championship lead was 12 points in Connor Hall's favor, but after the win, Landen Lewis has brought it within 5. But despite that, the points lost was gained confidence for Connor Hall as he scored his first top 5 finish since Dominion. You've had a couple of rough weeks in the Tour. What was the difference maker coming into Anderson tonight?
Just kind of focusing on the basics and bringing a really, really solid, well-prepared race car to the track, and trying to do the best on my part to get, give proper feedback, and just Brian made really good changes, and I just think everything clicked really well, and just came up a little short on the setup side of things. Well, I mean, I want to, like, I just think we were a little maybe under adjusted because I didn't think the car was going to swing that far. I figured at the end of practice, I said I thought we were really good, had a shot at the win, and just without having the knowledge of racing here a bunch, I just didn't know it was going to swing that far.
Obviously, there's the pressure of a championship, but Connor Hall also has the pressure and distinct privilege of driving for Dale Earnhardt Jr. So I thought I'd ask Connor, how was the surreality of Junior Nation's palpable energy, especially on a night like Anderson, had an effect on his career?
I mean, it's cool as hell to me. I mean, I think I have the coolest job in late model stock car racing for sure, and to have, get to get to know Dale on the level that I have is super cool because I grew up a Dale fan, and just the opportunity to work at Junior Motorsports with Brian and Slim and everybody has been really, really cool. And it's something that I'm living my dream. Like I always wanted. I know it's at the late model level, but I've always wanted to pursue racing as a career and be able to quit a 9-to-5 and make this my 9-to-5. And with Dale, Kelly, and LW, and Brian giving me this opportunity to do that, I mean, it's absolutely meant the world to me. And I think it's, as a racer, you get so caught up in the moment of like, I need more and more and more and more and more, that like I sit here, I try to be better about, like, I would have done very questionable things to be in this position last year. So I just try to live a little bit more in the moment, per se. And I know that's all cliche and whatnot, and that doesn't amount to anything once we hit the shop. But like when I get home and put my head to the pillow, I just I am like 2-3 years ago, I never thought I would ever get this opportunity. Just to be able to get it now, it means a ton.
Along with Connor was a sold-out crowd of Dale Earnhardt Jr. fans, all clamoring to see the baseball car. July 7, 2001 is one of those nights where everyone remembers where they were when it all happened. For instance, I was 4 years old, screaming and cheering at the top of my lungs while jumping up and down on the couch. Meanwhile, my mom, a longtime Earnhardt fan, was breaking down into tears as Junior took the checkered flag. It's one of the greatest stories in sports history, and the baseball car has become synonymous with the emotions of that night. And nearly 25 years later, it's very apparent what it all means to the fans. But what does that car mean to Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
Well, I'm glad people enjoy the paint schemes. We'll do some other stuff probably with, we got a really cool Sundrop car coming up at Tri-County later this year in October. And we'd love to have all y'all come out and help us cover that one. We also have a Bass Pro Shop car that I ran at Cordele. I'm going to run that again at Florence, South Carolina in 2 weeks. So that's the race winner coming through. Let's go this way a little bit. He's going to Texas, man. But I feel it's fun to run the throwback stuff. This late model stock body is a really good looking body. It's a good looking race car no matter what you put on it. So it's pretty fun to put these older schemes on this cool looking car, this style of body. So I have fun with it. I hope the people do. I beat myself up a little bit about qualifying or not getting the lap I think I need or think I can. But I know everybody's out here to have a good time, and we ran all right. So hopefully they enjoyed what they saw. I just want I'm not gonna run this stuff too much longer. I'm gonna run a few more years, but I need this tour to have success and being a part owner in the tour, this style of racing, all this going to these type of tracks, racing in front of these type of people, it's really nostalgic. It's kind of fun. So hopefully we're growing the tour and got some great days in front of us.
Though it wasn't a win, it was still a solid night for Dale Earnhardt Jr., the driver. After qualifying 22nd and spinning off the door of Laney Bice, he still managed a top 10 finish. But it might have been an even better night for Dale Earnhardt Jr., the series owner. We all know when Junior's on track, it brings eyes to the series. And last time he was in the car at Cordele, let's just say things went less than optimal. But Saturday night was a new and maybe even better opportunity to showcase the tour. So was it a success? Well, hell yes.
How did tonight go from a team or a series owner?
He's about not too late.
Yeah, good.
It's 10.
Hell yes. So we finished at probably 10 o'clock roughly.
Yeah.
That's a good night for us. We're not going to be as packaged as well as High Limit. High Limit, and I compliment High Limit because they have a really great model, and I think all of dirt racing is a great standard for asphalt short track racing to try to achieve, and we can learn a lot from it. But we show up to run 2 features, right?
there's two A mains tonight. Not this ain't like, you know, the pro racing itself is a main event anywhere else. And we're trying to pack two in one night. So to start at 7 and end at, or we actually started a little later because of the lightning hold, but the end at 10 is a really, really great night for us. This is how I wish they all would go.
You heard Dale Earnhardt Jr. make the comparison to dirt racing's business model, and I'm really glad he did because I think that's a model we can all learn from. That's going to do it for this episode of On Tour. The next episode will follow the Cars Tour race at Florence Motor Speedway on August 29th, where Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be back behind the wheel for the second race in a row. So follow us at ATYL Media and at the Buddy Pulley for all at the track coverage from Florence. And as always, support your local short track. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Locked up in the door.